Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Mike Pinetta with Tech Examined, back at you with another video, and today we have a slew of cases for the Galaxy S6 from the folks over at Verus. Now, I've had these for a little bit, so let's get into them and show you exactly what they're all about. Alright, so I have a few different items that I need to get to, so we're going to do some down and dirty video here and just give you guys the full skinny on what I've tried out for these. So, the folks over at Verus were nice enough to send out a ton of these, and of course, try them all out, what I think of them, what I, do and don't like about these, and just to let you guys know if you're out there looking for a case, because you're going to drop some money on this, it'll probably be one or two of the cases that you're going to keep, so you need it to be functional, protection, or you want minimal, or usability on all that. So these cases again are all for the Galaxy S6. Most likely you'll find these for the S6 Edge, iPhone 6, 6 Plus, LG G4, all the phones that are out there that folks are picking up these days. So what I'm going to do is, again, just do kind of a round table real quick, throw it on and tell you what I think about it after I tried it out for a little bit. Alright, so first up is the Crystal Light case, and I know that sounds like to drink Crystal Light, but this is a minimal TPU, flexible TPU case for the S6, and again, I've used this, as you can see it's a little bit dirty there, and I really like this for a minimal effect on the case. Of course, I have to clean that out, but as you can see there, it does get a little bit of fingerprints on there, and sometimes can be a little bit annoying, so that is one downside to that. But I do like the design that they have there. These come in many different colors for the Edge. See, at this point, this is like a frosted style here. The buttons are all covered, and of course your bottom's opened up for all your goodness if you need to get to your headphone jack, your plug, and then of course your speaker there, and a microphone. On the back, you got a nice tight fit there for your camera and all of that. But again, a very minimalistic case. Gives you some drop protection, and again, not adding a whole lot of bulk to the phone, and, again, a little bit of design, a little bit of protection, and definitely some lay on the table on that. So a very nice case. Only $12.99 right now. So you're going to be dropping quite a few bucks on these. So it's nice that these cases are coming down in price because of the newer phones that are coming out. But that's the first one. That's the Crystal Light, and link for that will be in the description to buy if you want to get it. Next up here we have the Crystal Mix, and I actually just got done using this one. I thought this case was pretty cool. Again, another minimalistic style with a different take on the design itself. This is a plastic on the back with the rubber TPU on the side here. Give you some protection. Real easy to put in for the phone wise if you put it in right. And that does just drop in there. And again, your buttons are covered for that on each side, your volume rockers, and again, great feedback on these, no issues whatsoever as far as being able to get to what you need to get to. Some lay on the table on this. Again, minimal protection on the drops there that gives you some protection on that, and again, you have minimalistic style. See the back of the phone if you want to do that, depending on the color that you have, what you like to show. Obviously, you've got that big tramp stamp from Verizon on there, so I'm not too crazy about that. But I like the case, I like the design because you can see everything. A little bit of fingerprints on the back, not as bad as the Crystal Light, but definitely a keeper when it comes to that. So I like that. And before I forget, of course, your bottoms are all cut out as far as that goes. And again, should be plenty of room. Headphone jack, as always, as I bring up, sometimes the tolerances are a little bit tight for that, so you gotta be careful when you're putting your headphones in there, depending on what you use. So that's the Crystal Mix, and that is also on sale for $12.99. Again, links in the description. All right, next up, we have the Dom to Slide. Now, I really like this case when I go out. If I don't feel like carrying my wallet, I just carry a few bucks. This is the case that's basically a hardcore wallet, and it's not exactly easy to get open. Which is good because you don't want your cards to fall out, but you've got ultimate protection when it comes to your phone and whatnot. So let's go ahead and throw the phone in there, see how easy it is. Adds a little bit of bulk to what you're doing, but keep in mind, now you're not carrying your wallet if you want to throw a couple cards in there as well, or some money and whatnot, but you can throw probably one or two credit cards in there. So I would do my driver's license and my debit card, and then throw some cash in my pocket. But It locks in there real good. It does not come out as far as that goes. But again, it does add some bulk to the phone. As you can see, there are some pretty deep cutouts for your camera. But around the front, again, you get some drop protection on that bad boy. Some lay on the table as far as that goes. Buttons covered, same thing. No issues whatsoever when it comes to the response when you're using that. So a very nice, evenly distributed case. Again, multifunction on that if you want to go out. Like I said, I like taking this out when I'm going out so I don't have to take my wallet with me and carry a whole bunch of stuff. Same thing for the bottom as far as your cutouts go. Very generous on the charger. Again, very minimal on the headphone jack, so you gotta be careful when you're using that depending on the style that you have. But that is the dom to slide for the S6. Again, available for many different style of cases, or phones I should say. Only $11.99 on sale right now. So if that's something that you're looking for, got the link down below. So let's move on. All right, so next up we have the 2-link. This is for the person who just does not want any kind of bulk on their phone, but wants to protect it from scratches or anything like that. So this is a extremely minimalistic plastic style case, two-tone if you want to dress it up a little bit, but it does slide off on the bottom. However, you don't slide your phone in. You actually still drop it in like that because you do have some cutouts on the corners there to allow that flex on that. So very, very minimalistic on that. Extremely minimalistic. So much so that it really is a bear just to get that on as far as installation on the case. But you're getting extreme tolerances for that case. It's real tight on there. In fact, I don't even know if I have it on all the way. Your buttons are open, exposed on each side, and of course again at the bottom you are exposed as well. The headphone jack has a little bit more tolerance on it, but again, you might have headphones out there that might be an issue, but the plug for charging is definitely ample on that. And camera, same thing, cut out real nice on that. And your IR blaster and microphone are open on that. I don't think I pointed that out on the other cases. This 2-link, again, is perfect for that person who doesn't want any kind of bulk on the phone. It's very, very minimalistic, extremely tight on that, and, you know, just is bare to the bones when it comes to it. Now, oddly enough, this is $15.99. So if you're someone that maybe wants just a little bit more protection, maybe just a little bit more, you know, ever so slight bulk on that, I'd go for the crystal mix over that because that one's less expensive. And, you know, but then again, hey, maybe if you like the two-tone colors on that, that might be for you. So link for this is also down in the description. Hey, before I go forward, guys, I just want to let you know I was taking this off. That's really tough to get off, so that's something else you might want to take into account when getting this. You're not going to be popping this off and putting it back on a lot, so just a heads up, you could end up snapping this if you're not careful. Next up, we got the Crucial bumper, and I like this because this reminds me of a lot of other styles that are out there for the iPhones and whatnot. And I like the design on the back here with the lines and whatnot. It gives a little bit of a cool feel on the back there. It does get a little fingerprints, as you can see. You know, I've been here using this, so just a heads up when it comes to the back of that case. But it's a 2 polycarbonate piece shell inside, but you leave the bumper around it when you go to put the phone in it, so you just simply slide it in. And again, working around the rubber pieces, pinch it in, make sure that you've got it all lined up and everything is sitting in nice. Alright, so you gotta love when your battery dies when you're in the middle of recording. So once you have this on, you can see there that there is a pretty cool design on the back. And of course, you can see I've been here, so I've got some fingerprints on it. But I love the way that this looks and feels, because you have a little bit, if you can hear, you know, you got the scratchiness going on there. And see here, you got to be careful that you got this all the way on as you're putting the case on. So it is a little bit that you do have to make sure that it's worked on. But you've got shininess and the little lines in there. So it's a pretty cool design on that. You just got to make sure that you keep it clean. So it is a fingerprint magnet. However, what I love about this is the minimalistic feel and great protection on that. And it looks awesome on there. And you've got some great lay on the table. Your buttons are covered. Again, the feedback on these is great. There's no issue whatsoever turning that on and turning that off. In fact, they do sit down even a little bit and are a little bit curved as far as that goes, so I do like that. And your camera is cut out just with a cool little megapixel on the side there to give you the information that you got a camera, and the logo at the bottom. But I like this as long as you keep it clean. But you know, someone asked me for a rugged case that is not bulky. There you go. And this is across the LG G4, iPhone 6, 6 Plus, and of course we got the Galaxy S6. I don't think this is available for the Edge. I think I looked it up and it was not on there. But this case is $16.99, so you're getting heavy-duty drop protection, minimal coverage. Very, very cool when it comes to that, adding very little bulk to the phone, and you got a really cool design with many different colors you can do for the bumper. So that is the Crucial bumper. All right, next up we just got the Beast. I know a lot of construction guys in the previous line of work that I did, and they were all about clips and rugged cases to put on their phones. And of course, the name in that was OtterBox. And as other companies started coming out with pretty unique designs that may not have been as bulky as some of the OtterBox that were out there, products that were out there, but you were getting great protection from other people, less price, and you know, it does more, and you get the same quality for less price. And this case, the hard drop, also has the Thor case on the inside. So you've got the belt clip for the active portion, and then you have the rugged case on that. So a very rugged case, two-piece polycarbonate and the plastic shell on the back. Ultimate drop protection for your phone. This case is a beast in itself, even without the belt clip on there. This case is absolutely awesome. It does add a little bit of bulk, does change the look of your phone a little bit, but at the same time just gives you ultimate drop protection. It looks good, and of course the same thing, your buttons are all covered, your bottom's opened up, even a little bit better on the headphone jack there, and of course your charge and then your speaker is open as well. And then the camera itself has a very tight cut out opening there, so that's a very nice setup on that. But I like the way that this case looks, so even if you're going to use the clip or not, it's also sets up as a stand. So if you want to watch movies or videos while you're eating lunch, always very nice to have. I do find myself with a couple different style cases that I have liking the kickstand variety on that. But this is the hard drop with the Thor case on it. So a very cool setup. Only $17.99 right now. This is on sale. And of course, you know, I got my links down below for the Amazon page that you can go check this stuff out. So a very cool style with a, I guess you want to call this a 180. That's really killing the volume, isn't it? Sorry about that. So that is absolutely just a beastly looking case in my opinion. And you know, you're getting a lot of your bang for your buck with this over, say, something like the OtterBox, which, you know, adds a hell of a lot more bulk to it, and you're getting the same protection. So very cool. Now the last couple cases I have here are very user specific, much like the big bulky cases that you have for ultimate protection and slimline, but foldables, flippables, whatever you want to call them, flip cases, wallet style, again, are very specific, and I don't see a whole lot of people using them. But you know what? The people in my office and in the bank actually do like the look of these, the feel, because when you're sitting at a meeting, you know, most people, like including myself, have my phone flipped over, or like this, and you know, it's lighting up or buzzing and whatnot. But when you have a specific style like this in a flip, it's very nice and it's very professional to the point where you can get to what you need to if you want to silence your phone, and or you know, you want to just kind of plug it in and charge it and not open it up. And it gives you some really great protection because it is protected all around the corners here, not so much the top or the bottom because they are open, but you know, you've got the flap there which goes around it. A very elegant style case, and just very professional. This is the Crayon Diary. I know that's a funny name for that. And this just is the flap down that closes. Now, you do have a spot for maybe one, maybe two cards that can go in there on that. And it does have a cutout at the top for the speaker, or the speaker, so you can listen with this closed if you're talking to somebody. So very nice looking case, very professional. Again, many people, you know, always like the cases, but then you got to flip it around the back, and you're taking pictures, and you're like this, and it's just not friendly when it comes to that, and that tends to be the issue with a lot of people. But if this is your style case, $19.99, so you can check that out. A couple different colors. The leather smells good on that, and just a cool style case. Now, the Dandy, or the layered Dandy, is a very, very cool case. So we're going to get into that one right now. All right, so if you're going to go for a wallet style case, I say go for this, because this thing is just really cool. I have my LG G4 in here right now for this version, only because I've got the cracked glass in that one, which I'm getting ready to fix, by the way. Let's clear all those off of there. So again, this is a wallet style that just snaps into place. And the difference between this is you've got a couple extra cards there to store in there. And I do use it when I go out, much like the Dom Day case. And the other thing is magnet on the front, which keeps it clean, keeps it tight, and just keeps it closed, unlike the crayon, which is a little bit annoying when it comes to that, because it doesn't completely stay closed. But this one actually does. And the style and the stitching on this just does not make it thin, but I like the style, I like the look. It's not perfect, and you've got some nice looking two-tone leather going on there. The stitching on that is extremely nice. The only thing I wish is that they did a little better job on the magnet here, because it kind of blocks the sleep-wake button. You can get to it, but it's just right there. So, you know, maybe not a big deal for everybody. I just got to point that out to you. Again, your top is open, your bottom is open if you need to charge that. Your camera has the cutout, you know, very close, very tight tolerances on that. Again, very nice. You need to get your volume rockers. You're opening this up. Same thing goes with the pictures. You're blocked. But you have the cutout at the top, so you can talk on this with it closed. But I love the way that this looks. You can't tell me that that does not look official as hell. That is just absolutely awesome looking. From inside out, you've got the stitching, which just looks good. Oh, and by the way, you can slip a couple bucks in there. I forgot to tell you that, along with your cards on the side. This is only $19.99. So honestly, if you're debating between this one and the Crayon Diary, you're going this one, because I love the fact that it can close. And maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm in the minority, but you know, hey, I love the way that looks. It's just so much nicer, and you know, again, it stays closed as opposed to this one, which may not necessarily stay closed. But again, $19.99. All the links for these are down below in the description. At the time of this video, who knows if YouTube changed it. But again, I want to thank Verus for sending these out, and you know, just letting me try them out. I love all their style of cases that they have, and I hope you learn a little bit and it helps you decide what you want to get. But you know, ultimately, it's depending on what you need. They're all on sale, so you can't go wrong there. And if you don't see one for the phone that you have, go to their website and check it out and see what they got. They've got a ton of different styles on that. So again, thank you guys very much. If you like this video, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Catch my next video, hit the subscribe button. Your support is always greatly appreciated. And thank you so much for the great action you got me on the last video for those cases. People like that, got lots of great views for being away for a while. So thank you guys very much for the support. That is it for me. You guys have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video.